We love UConn. We love the state of Connecticut. You know, you guys have welcomed us with open arms. We're ready to do it one more time. One more time.
Well, while he probably would have been a first-round pick in the NBA, Braylon Mullins decided to postpone his pro dreams and play another year here in the Huskies uniform.
And this week, I talked to Braylon's dad, Josh Mullins, about why he decided to stay in Storrs and what he hopes to achieve next season.
We are very excited because Braylon is back for another year as a Husky. UConn Nation is thrilled. How's he feeling? How's the family feeling?
We're feeling great. You know, quick decision though. We didn't need much time. You know, Braylon loves UConn and Connecticut, so we didn't take long on that discussion. But super happy, super happy.
He obviously had a great freshman season by all accounts. He hit that historic buzzer beater against Duke, made it to the NCAA finals. But Braylon has said and posted that he has unfinished business. What do you think he's looking to accomplish next season?
I mean, listen, I don't even know. It's just, you know, we got there and he wants to win. He wants to win that. You know, we got so close against Michigan on the national championship night, and I think he wants to come back and do it again and, you know, give himself a chance to win something. And I think that means more than the individual awards that maybe everybody else is looking at. You know, winning that national championship is the goal.
I know sometimes our parents can be our toughest critics, and that can be a great thing. What do you feel Braylon needs to work on next season?
It's no secret, man. It's his body. I mean, he's still a baby, you know, but I don't feel like that's something that's hard. Anytime you can add strength, you know, it's just being in the weight room, eating right, sleeping right, you know, it's just taking care of your body. But, you know, that's the biggest thing. Once he gets that, I think he's fine.
Now, I also talked to Josh about next year's team. He said it is going to be great to have Demery and J. Ross back. I also asked him about Solo Ball, who will be out for the season. He said to me he still thinks that Ball is going to have a big impact on this team, especially anyone new coming into the system.
Yeah, a leadership role because he's been through it a few times. Not playing, he'll be kind of like a coach on the floor, but I know he'll be anxious to want to get out there and play. But the Braylon stuff, that's a nice way to put a end on one season and start looking ahead.
All right, let's take a look right now. Turning to the UConn women, while their season ended at the Final Four, the excitement of a pro career is just beginning for AZ Fudd and a couple of her teammates.
And your sports reporter Mark Robbins was on the road with the team during the NCAA tournament. He joins us now to talk about it.
Hi, guys. You know what? It's not much time between the end of a college season in the women's game and the start of the WNBA season. The league's draft, in fact, comes right in the middle of the off time for college players. So for AZ Fudd, that meant getting prepared to quickly become a new star in a new league as the #1 overall pick. And that draft night, AZ stepped right up and accepted the selection and all of the responsibilities that go with it, even if she can't wrap her mind around her lofty position.
I'm not really sure I have words to describe that feeling, what that meant. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean,
That's fine.
I don't think it's fully sunk in.
Well, if it hasn't sunken in for AZ, who was the presumptive #1 pick most of the season, what a whirlwind it must have been for UConn's Sarah Williams, who was drafted in the 3rd round. While she was sitting with her UConn teammates, Williams was selected by the Connecticut Sun and less than an hour later traded to the expansion Portland franchise. Nonetheless, Williams achieved her goal by spending her last year of college ball with the Huskies.
This one year was definitely had its up and downs, but it definitely taught me how to play team basketball, like the things that don't show up on the stat sheet. My first 3 years was previously all, you know, simply just me. And I wanted to, and I learned how to play on a team where it's not just me.
And how about the perseverance shown by Caroline Ducharme? After dealing for several seasons with the injuries and discomfort brought on by concussions, Caroline signs a free agent contract with the Golden State Valkyries. So the one-time 5th-ranked high school prospect in the country now will get a chance to achieve her dream of playing in the WNBA. All right, so 3 Huskies moving on to the WNBA. Next year, you got to expect KK Arnold to become another UConn first-round selection. And then Sarah Strong and maybe Blanca Quinones will likely go in the long list of top first-round draft picks in 2028. I'm Mark Robbins. Back to you, Aaron Joe.
All right, Mark, thank you so much. And sophomore Sarah Strong taking home the 2026 Wooden Award. It's the latest honor for Strong. She also won this year's Naismith Trophy and the Wade Trophy and was named the AP Player of the Year and the Big East Player of the Year. Strong led UConn this season with more than 18 points per game, plus 7.7 rebounds and more than 3 steals.